Hey guys, just me. Had an idea this morning. It's gonna get hot, wicked hot, but I wanted to try something. So here's what I want to do, and this is not a real good test. I mean, I didn't bury a whole bunch of coins, different types and sizes, but I just wanted to do one simple comparison between some of the detectors that I have, and I have way too many of them. What I did is I took a quarter that I found. It's a 67 clad quarter. And I buried it last night while we had a fire going. And I measured this 10 inches down. Exactly 10 inches down was the hole. Placed it flat, and then I pressed it in about maybe another half inch to an inch. So let's say it's between 10 and 11 inches. And I wanted to, and of course I filled in all the soil, I stumped it down, and this morning I just wanted to see how the detectors do. So I brought out some of my detectors, and let's see how they do on a 11-inch quarter. Now, of course, this is not going to be a perfect test because I just realized that my white MX Sport has the aftermarket. Well, I've installed the 13-inch Ultimate coil, but the other machines have the stock coil. And what we've got is the MX Sport with a 13-inch Ultimate coil, which is not really a fair comparison, I know. Then we have the Fisher F75 Limited, which has the boost process as well. Very sensitive machine, but I don't use it very often because the scale, the VDI, is different than what I'm used to, because I'm a Garrett guy, you know, and the scale on the Fisher is lower. And what I mean by that, if I'm hitting a quarter with an AT, it's going to be in the 80s. With a Fisher, it's typically less than that, or at least I'm finding with buttons and with other relics, the numbers are much lower than what I'm used to, so half the time I don't seem to dig them, which is silly. I know you should dig everything, but I don't. Well, especially when it's this hot, because it's really boiling out here. Next, we got the Garrett AT Max. Just got it yesterday. Great machine, all stock, absolutely no modifications whatsoever. And then my trusty Garrett AT Pro. I love this machine. This is how I learned detect on, and basically it's a stock configuration as well. So right over here, that little divot is where the quarter is. Okay, 10 to 11 inches down, laying flat. Okay, let's see how it does. We're gonna try the MX Sport first. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, and the way we're going to be running it is basically in coin and jewelry. Sensitivity, it's going to be, we'll leave it at 8. 10 is the max, 9 is okay, but a little chatty. We'll leave it at 8, and it's tracking. So let's see how it does. Now, of course, this is again with a large coil, so it's not a fair comparison, I know. Let's give it a try. No problem. You would dig that any day. Solid numbers. You probably go down to maybe 6 sensitivity, not that you want to. It's still getting it. VDI is a little bouncy, but typically I will be running it fade. No issues. Cool. Good machine. All right, next we're gonna try the Fisher F75. What's that? Give me a second here. It's difficult to do this with one hand, but here's the Fisher. Of course, they have the. There we go. It's brand new. Had it for a few months, and again, stock configuration. 11-inch DD. And I'm running it, sensitivity is at 90, no disc, no notching, number tones 3, process default process, nothing special, right? Let's just balance it. Let's find a quiet spot. Okay, let's see how it does. That's where it is. You would dig this as well. Oh, it's having a little problem in this direction. Let's do it in this direction. It's definitely getting it. It's getting it, but the VI, the visual identification number is a little off. Let's put it into set it to boost. Let's see how it does. Much sharper. You would still dig that, so it's still getting it. Cool, no problem. Alright, let's turn this off. It's not as easy as it seems with the fisher. I hate the fact they put the on and off right there, which is ridiculous. So you gotta have like 4 hands to get this going. Alright, next we're gonna do the AT Max. No, let's do the Garrett AT Pro. Alright, so I'm going to be running it in Pro Zero. I'm just going to turn down this sensitivity before I ground balance. No notch, nothing. So let me just ground balance it real quick. Alright, let's ground balance. Typically I hunt at 8, or I'm sorry, I should say 1 bar below the max. It's pretty quiet. I think I'm picking up the other detector next to me. But anyway, here's the hole. Here's the if you're scraping the grass, it will get it. It's showing 81, 85, 82. You would dig that. From this direction, ha. Almost nothing. If I'm scraping the grass, it will pick it up. You would dig that as well, but I'm surprised. The fisher has less of a problem finding it, and so does the MX Sport because obviously of the large coil. But I have a whole bunch of coils for the AT Pro, and of course they should fit the AT Max. So it's getting it. Okay, now let's go over to the new Garrett AT Max. Again, I don't have my headset set up, but that's okay. Stock configuration, straight out of the box. Okay. We're going to be running it in Pro Zero. No disc. Let me just balance it real quick. I gotta figure out where everything is. It's quiet. balanced. We're going to bring it up to wow, it's wicked noisy. That's a little better, I think. Alright, let's see if the... I'm picking up the detectors next and it's amazing. Ready? It's picking it up, but the VDI is kind of high, if you ask me, and it's a little chattery as opposed to the other machines. And a lot of it, you can hear the iron grunt. Not that I have it set, but it's thinking that it's... Oh, there it is. It's picking it up now. I mean, I would dig that, I think. But not necessarily. Some directions it's a little easier than others. That's full. It's getting it. Okay, so running it wide open, seems to be getting it. I'm a little surprised that it doesn't hit as deep at 11 inches. Alright, well, let's switch over to... I'm going to go home before it gets way too hot because it's ridiculously hot. And I'm going to switch over to my typical configuration, which is a tornado, Nell Tornado coil. It's 12 by 13, as I remember. And I'm going to put it on the AT Max and see how we do on this hole. But I got to tell you, right now, I'm not that impressed so far. I mean, I'm going to try it. I like having all my machines, but the F75, no issues whatsoever. It picks it up, even in default mode, no issues. It's sensitive. I mean, it truly is. And it's stable too. And that's only with the 11-inch stock coil. It's a good machine, no question about it. The AT Pro, it gets it. It gets it on the edge, I would say, on the probably as deep as it's gonna get, but it's definitely getting it. The MX Sport definitely getting it, but again, it's got a bigger coil. Even with a 10-inch, I think it still gets it. The 10-inch coil that comes with this thing is pretty evil, man. It's really sensitive. It just doesn't have a lot of coverage. Okay. And the AT, well, we'll see. I'm gonna go put the new coil on, different coil on, and I'm gonna reset it and come out to the hole and see how it does. All right, back in a few. All right, guys, I'm back. I just went inside to install the Nell 12 by 13 coil, which typically I hunt with because I found, well, at least on the AT Pro, because I did find it to have great coverage. It's very sensitive and it works really well on the AT Pro. On the Max, I have not tried it. So all I did is I put the coil on, factory reset, and I ground balanced, and that's about it. So let's hit that hole and see how it does on the 11-inch quarter. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it better. Pro Zero, no disc. I already have it ground balanced. I did it at half sensitivity, obviously, and we're going to bring it up. It's a little chatty in this area. I'm going to just do 2 below max. And here we go. It's a little heavier, no question. And here we go. hitting it. I actually have my coil about 2 inches up above the ground. Let me see, there's a quiet spot right here, so let's turn it about halfway, ground balance. Mostly high, 93. All right, bring it up, 8. If you slow it down, it works better. But definitely solid's quarter sound. Difficult location. No problem. You would dig that. And actually I'm not even scraping. I'm about an inch above. Sweet. Getting it. It's grunting a lot, but the VDI is correct. So it is sensitive with a tornado. Oh yeah. I'm about 4 inches up. VDI dropped off a little bit, but it's finding it. No issues. How about this direction? I'm above again. No issues. 1 notch below max. A little chatty, but then again, I'm next to my house and my spa and stuff, so. Oh yeah. I wonder if it's picking up some iron next to it. No issues. This direction is a little more difficult. I can still raise my coil both, but I'm getting VDIs that are jumpy, but still diggable. Any day, right there on the surface of the grass, you would dig that. In this direction, no issues. And in fact, I'm raising it. Absolutely no problem. Oh yeah. Let's bring down the sensitivity to 3 below. You don't even have to run it that hot, to be honest with you. This is 3 bars below max. No problem. No problem. No problem. Wow. No issues whatsoever. Holy cow, it actually runs almost more stable with 3 bars below max. 2 bars is usually where I hunt, and usually I can do this in the forest without any issues. But, oh yeah, that's going to be a good coil. Got the coverage and depth. This is easily 11 inches down, plus I'm raising it about 2 inches, so easily 13 in this direction. I can actually get more. I'm about 6 inches above. I'm not kidding you, 6 inches. It's faint, but it's there. Flies are biting me. Awesome. All right. AT Max, keeper.